Keisha and Heather here. We've been getting a lot of questions about back exercises and the muscles that they target, so we thought we'd clear it up a little bit here. There are a lot of back exercises that have the word row in it, and although we're working the entire back most of the time, upper and lower, there's certain muscles that are targeted a bit more with different moves. And I'm gonna be using Keisha and her palette of muscles here so that you have a great visual.
And this woman here has an awesome back as well, so hopefully we'll get to showcase that as well.
All right, let's get started. Keisha is in position here to do a bent over row. Okay, we are focusing on the lats, the rhomboids, and the rear delts. She's got her scapula, her shoulder blades are going down and back. Her lats are being forced to engage through here. Her rhomboids are working right through the center. Her traps are always gonna go into play. However, we want us to not focus too much on the traps, so we always say stay out of your neck. The rear delts are also assisting in this move, but this is primarily a lat move. All right, we showed you the bent over row. Keisha is now going to show you the wide row. Beautiful, isn't she? Keisha, can you show us the difference, just right here visually? What did we do before with the bent over row? You see how her hands are bringing the weights a little bit more towards her pockets? So that's where the lats are more engaged. And now switch back into that wide row. Now the weights are coming up a little bit more in line with her shoulders, and this is how we're focusing more on the upper back, the traps, the rear delts. Each back muscle has an important role, but we like to train them all a little bit differently. All right, we've shown you the bent over row, we've shown you the wide row. Now Keisha is going to demonstrate the upright row. As you can see, one obvious difference, she's standing straight up and down. She does have lighter weights for this move. And Keisha's got some excellent tips to show you that we are targeting up here in the traps, in the rear delts. But what are some of those prompts? You can even turn around and face the camera.
So some of the prompts is that a lot of us will get into having momentum and trying to squeeze and even choke up our neck a little bit and shrug into this move. And if you find yourself doing that and it's uncomfortable, just know there's other alternatives, because the main thing is you want to keep those shoulders rolled down and back. And yes, mind to muscle as you come up and squeeze more so the shoulders and the back of those delts to get that activation and the goal and what we want with this muscle group.
And you also have the option of doing this move seated.
You have two options to make sure those weights stay up front in the shoulder width area. You can put them in front of your legs here, your shins, and then row up as we talked about, or behind your feet. Same thing. Just gives you some stability and really targeting into that movement as you fan out.
Love what Keisha said about stability and targeting. I think that's very important when it comes to training your back, especially if you've ever had injury or chronic pain and you want to get your back strong, but there's certain moves that you can't do quite yet. Keyword is yet. There are all of these options for training your back, and so you can find the one that you feel like you have the mobility to do, and you can progress from there. So some alternatives, some options. Another move is doing this unilaterally, a single arm dumbbell row. And this is great if you have any discrepancies, one side versus the other. You can focus on one side at a time. She's got one dumbbell. Now she can focus one arm at a time. She's bringing that dumbbell up towards her hip. She's really focusing on engaging the lats. The last move we wanted to talk about was the chest supported row. Do you mind telling us what the benefits of the chest supported row are?
So the chest supported row is actually really good for stability, and again, taking that swing and momentum out of that movement when you're lifting weights. And also it gives you a sense of stability as you're leaning against that with your chest to lift those weights and get the actual movement in without any injury or just any weirdness going on with the back.
So many options for you to get stronger. It's very important for your posterior chain to be strong in life, in being a mom, a grandma, in rescuing yourself out of the pool. There's lots of reasons you're going to need your back muscles, so we want to make sure you know how to use them.